Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Candace from Candy's Hair Diary, and today we are going to be working with my client who suffers from alopecia. Now, she has two types of alopecia. One is genetic and the other is traction. Most of her alopecia is, as you can see, is concentrated in the middle, which is genetic. I had her probably about a few years ago go to a dermatologist and get everything taken care of and seen and dissected and whatnot, and they basically did a whole skin test and that whole and hair test as well, and that's how she knows what type of alopecia she has. I always like to send my clients that are having, any type of scalp issues, send them to a dermatologist, because that is the way to get to the root of the problem. So she typically does no type of stress related hairstyles. We don't do any high tension hairstyles because of that issue. So today though, for her birthday, she wanted to get a different style, and we have not done this in a while. Typically she'll just throw on a wig sometimes, to keep her hair from getting pulled in all type of different directions. So we are going to start with my infamous individual illusion crochet braid pattern. So what I like to do is start with individuals all around the perimeter of the head, connect them in various random parts. If you are looking for a more detailed explanation for that, I do have a video you can check in the description box below. And because her hair is so thin, I do add hair in so that all the tension won't be placed solely on her natural hair. Now, we haven't done this type of style in her hair, like I said, in a long time, but she wanted to switch it up from our usual crochet type styles. So I knew it was going to be kind of a challenge, but of course we could definitely get through it. So I like to also check when I'm doing my individuals, just to see the type of coverage and make sure that the braid pattern is somewhat random. It does not have to always be random. You can totally do these straight up, straight down, or connect them straight up, straight down if you would like. I typically like to do random parting because I just feel like it falls better than doing it in the traditional box style individual braids. So I just connect them completely all the way random. I like to, like I said, do a check just to make sure that they fall how I want them to fall. So we've completed all the individuals all the way around, and in the middle I did a S shape. Like I said, I made sure to add in extra hair, braiding hair in this style, because I did not want as much tension as on her natural hair, so that we can make sure that it's a very tension-free type of crochet style. As you can see, mainly her thinning is, like I said, right there, pretty much in the crown area. So I tried to do as many braids as I could, to hide in or hide the spots while we get the hair in, so that when she wears it, she can either flip it all the way up or over to one side, or flip it all the way to the other side. She typically does not wear a middle part, so I didn't really have to worry about that. And she can also wear it into a bun, so you definitely won't be able to see much of anything. So this is the crochet hair that she has picked out. She loves her some blonde, baby. So blondes like to have fun in the summertime. So yes. So we have the boho crochet blonde hair braids, I shall say, with a ombre color. So it's starting black at the roots, and then it goes into a blonde for a more natural type of look. So I start in the back, and you can start wherever you would like, but I started in the back and I go all the way around the perimeter just to make sure I have enough coverage, and then I work my way to the middle. So now, as you can see, I'm starting in the middle. I've already done the whole perimeter, and I'm just going in and filling in that middle as much as it needs to be without putting a lot of hair, because I also don't want this to be a heavy style, and she does not like a lot of hair in her head. She likes big hair, but not like a lot to where it's heavy. And if you've ever worn crochet braids, the longer they are, you know that they can tend to get heavy because they just have more hair packed in them. So I think we used probably about maybe about 6 or 7 packs, I think, in her head just to get everything fully completely covered. And she actually loved it, and so did I. And once I was done, I always do, guys, I always do the pull-up test just to see how it would look in a ponytail, a high ponytail, or a bun, or a half up, half down, just to see if I need to add a little bit more or take out or reposition a crochet braid or whatnot. And as you can see, guys, it almost looks like she has individual braids in her hair. This is why I love this method so much. And like I said, if you were looking for a more detailed way to do this method, I will link that down below in the description box. And yeah, that is all I got, guys. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning into this video. And if you have alopecia, you're suffering with baldness or what, just know that you can still be cute. You can still wear your styles. Just go about it in a healthier way. So yes, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys on the next Candy's Hair Diary video. Peace.
I've been thinking, I've been meditating. Got my focus right back, and no one can take it. So I put it in the past, and they're ready to stay in. Yeah, the sticky feeling's so nice, so I put it in the past. I've been thinking, I've been meditating. And if what you're saying is true, then I'm through on to better places. I'm not gonna react to shit in the basement. The sticky feeling's so nice, so I put it in the past. And so I put it in the put it where it's supposed to be. So I put it